Do you not like dirt, baby? Do you not like dirt? It's okay, you don't have to go into dirt again. This is my C39v2 AK47. It is probably one of the worst AKs you can buy, but it is an AK, so there's a plus. It is cheap, which is why I own it. I have the cap to this somewhere. I do want a really good AK, I want a real AK, but this is what I can afford right now while building other guns. So I was out shooting with my buddies, recording a video on the FRT-15 trigger. It was actually the first time I would be shooting it, so I wanted to see how it went on camera. And then it started raining pretty hard, and a lot of mud started coming up, and I was like, you know what would get a lot of views? Torture testing an AK-47. So I decided to test if this thing liked mud or not. It is an AK-47, so it should be pretty good, right? But it is also the Century Arms C39v2. So I didn't know what was going to happen. And to my surprise, not really, it didn't fucking like mud. So the first thing I did was obviously throw it in the mud. All right, I have my shitty C39v2, and it started raining, and there's a lot of mud. And unfortunately, I wanted to throw it in the mud. So, I'm going to throw it in the mud. This is the only AK I have to do this with, unfortunately, so that's what I'm going to do. So, let's go fucking throw it in the mud and let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll shit myself and cry. So, oh fuck, I'm going to have to clean the absolute dick out of this thing. You'll be fine. Ah!
You gotta rub it in.
Oh yeah. Oh, you fucking dirty slut whore. Oh,
Yeah, teach you a lesson.
Okay. After I threw it in the mud, I tried to shoot it. Oh, it closed, and it fucking came all over my arm.
Promising.
Oh, it's not in battery.
That might be a problem.
Oh yeah. That ain't going in battery. It's gonna be a way shorter video than I thought, because don't fucking buy this thing for the mud. It doesn't fucking like it. Oh, it's in battery.
Oh, hey, it just took a minute, you know?
Yeah, it's like me. It quits really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's in battery now. 3 rounds in, let's go. So it cycled. We're just having that battery problem again. Okay, we're good. Alright, this one's a failure to feed. That shit doesn't want to go in. Okay. So one of them, it failure to fucking throw the round out of its ass. Don't buy it. don't buy it. If you're gonna buy a C39v2, make sure you have a good fucking AK first, because this is basically, you should have this for parts. You should not have this to fucking shoot it. Unless it's your last fucking case. This is the last gun you have. Everything else has been fucking stolen and burned by the ATF. Don't buy this to have spare parts for your good AK. Don't buy this to shoot it. Because god fucking damn, this can't handle some fucking mud and water. I don't think I've ever done a proper review on this thing, and I've had it for as long as I've had the channel, so I kind of just have talked shit about it in the background of the video. But if it wasn't evident to you before, it should be now. If you're gonna buy this thing, buy it because you already have a quality AK, and you're just trying to rack up a bunch of AKs so you have spare parts if it breaks. As long as the parts are compatible, you're good to go. Another thing about this AK is the side mount. There are a lot of generic AK side mounts that you can get really cheap mounts for. This is not one of them. Only one side mount fits this, and it's sold by Century Arms, and it's like $100. Which is why I have nothing on this fucking AK, because I'm not spending $100 to put any optic on a shitty AK. So yeah, if you were contemplating buying the Century Arms C39v2 as your first AK, I'm here to tell you to not do that, and to just kind of, unless you're like planning to take down the government soon with your AK, I A, wouldn't recommend this one to do it with, and B, just save up to get a good one, and then buy a bunch of these for parts if you're gonna get an AK. I do like the Magpul stuff on it. I do like the stock. I also like the wood furniture. I don't know which I like more. I couldn't tell you. I know the wood furniture is like classic, but I mean I don't really like tactical stuff. But like you can't. This has M-lock on it. That's my whole thing. This has QDs on it. Capability is probably I'm gonna make a shirt that says capability on it, and that's gonna be my slogan. Capability. Every video is about capability. But capability, really. You got M-lock, you got QDs, you got M-lock on the bottom here, you got QDs up here. It is a very capable, it's not a very capable firearm. It's a firearm with a lot of potential, we'll put it that way. If this was executed properly, it would be, honestly, one of my favorite guns ever manufactured. But it doesn't fucking run, so... Century Arms, if you're fucking watching this, make this thing work properly, please. If you can make a good quality AK and then put all this good shit on it, then we can have a good discussion. Also, get rid of this if you're watching this. Fuck this. I'm not buying it. And I'm going to stop buying your AKs because of this. So this isn't helping you to make more money. This is hurting you. I've never had a mag problem with other AK type weapons that have issues with mags. I take those same mags, put it in this thing, and the mags run fine. So, yeah. So even with this cleaned twice, it kind of hits a wall there, and when you rack it back all the way, it jolts a bunch. And it honestly, if I let this thing go very slightly, it almost stops the bolt. Perfectly clean. There's no dirt coming off of that. It's oiled properly. It's honestly just a shit AK. So, I'm kind of disappointed. Go into the description of this video and hit the link tree. That is going to give you all of my platforms, all of my content. Whichever platforms you like and use, go and follow me on those. If you like gaming stuff, all my gaming stuff is on there. And if you have a Discord, make sure you join the Discord, because that is an accumulation of all of my platforms and communities put together. It's really cool, and it gives you updates on all my videos, some sneak peeks and stuff like that. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, because it really helps the algorithm. And I'm trying to do this more often, so I need an incentive to do so I can show my wife that, hey, let me take over the living room for 3 hours in order to record videos. So, thanks.